In 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse number 8, the Bible says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And, honestly, what better way can Satan devour us than to get us away from serving God? Satan so badly wants to be like the Most High. And, him being the God of this world, he wants to get us to serve the things of this world. And when I say God of this world, I mean little g. And so his ultimate goal is to get us to get from serving the living God to serving him or serving the things of this world. And it's a totally separate thing, but it just kind of reminds me, of like Halloween. Like people are fearful, people are afraid of Satan, people are afraid of those things that are evil. And I believe that Satan wants to be like the Most High, but really, we shouldn't fear anything that's evil. We shouldn't fear anything like Satan. We should just fear God. But he tries to take the place of the Most High. The Bible teaches, I don't know if I had you turn there, I apologize, but if you're still there, Matthew chapter 4, if you do turn there, and if you're there, Matthew chapter 4, we have Jesus being tempted of the devil. He fasted for 40 days, 40 nights. Matthew chapter 4, verse number 8. I'm going to begin reading this. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Jesus unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. So when I read this passage, I cannot help but wonder how many Christians today would take that deal on the mountain. How many Christians today would just say, okay, no problem. I'm talking about born, saved believers. And God forbid we would ever allow the cares of this world, the deceitfulness of riches, to really get us to become unfruitful and turn our heart away from serving God. God forbid. And it's very, very possible that these temptations, these things are going to come in our life. Like I quoted you, Satan, his goal, he's the father of all lies. He's the accuser of the brethren. He wants to get us to do everything. He wants to do everything he can possible to get us from serving God. And he wants us to serve the world. And so I really thought this is a powerful passage. And it just kind of boggles my mind when I think like, man, God forbid I ever become a Christian that would take that deal, that would want to take something like that. And so I think it's really important. I believe this is Satan's agenda. This is what he wants to do. And so I'm going to read to you from Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. The Bible says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. The Webster's 1820 dictionary defines mammon as riches or wealth. Satan knows if he can get you to serve money, he can get you away from serving God, right? And he knows if he can get you to love money, he can take your heart away from loving God. And when I first got saved, just to be honest with you, I was full of the love of money in my heart. I lived in Las Vegas. There was a place where it seemed like opportunities to gamble was like everywhere you turn. And I'm not proud of that, but the Bible's very clear that, if you do gamble, the Bible's very clear. Pastor Johnson's preached on this subject. But if you want to gamble, the Bible says they that will be rich fall. So if you want to get rich quick, if you want to make a quick buck, if you want to just put the dollar in that machine to make another dollar, you have love of money inside of you, and the Bible says that you'll fall. And it's dangerous, and it's something that we have to be careful for, because the Bible again says we can't serve two masters. It also nails it in 1 Timothy chapter 6. The Bible says that you're pierced through with many sorrows. And boy, isn't that the truth? Anyone that's ever experienced that, any type of gambling in any way, but just any type of love of money, the Bible's very clear. It'll just pierce you with sorrows. It'll just depress you. It'll just destroy you. The Bible says that the eyes of man are never satisfied. You'll always want more. The only thing that can make us content is just being content with such things as we have. being content with what Jesus has given us, and we have to just come to grips with that in this flesh. And it's obviously always a battle, and I'm still trying to improve, and I always want to keep pushing myself.